Morty's Diner. Hot coffee without the toxic sludge. Morty's Diner. Hot coffee without the toxic sludge.
Hey, this is not the Friday Night Squirrel Show. I'm having trouble getting the right picture up there on the share, and it's unbelievable. Why is it so difficult? I can't get the picture changed. No one, it's unbelievable. Well, let me see what's going on here. It's not the Friday Night Squirrel Show. It's unbelievable. Let me try this again, because hang on a second. Yeah, right, that's up. Okay. And stop screen. The picture of the squirrel is still up there. This is unbelievable. Is Morty doing this on purpose? Is he really that clever? I don't know. Does he do these things on purpose? Share screen. Okay, share. I can't get the what a disaster. Well, let's put on some music in the meantime. But it's not the Squirrel Show. It's a movie review. I just can't believe this. Nobody believes me when I do anything. Nobody believes me. All right, let's try one last attempt to change the screen picture. Okay, and I think I might know what it is. Hang on. I know what it is. There it is. It's that damned overlay feature Doc's Report was telling me about. All right. Here we go. Well, we got that worked out. Okay, and welcome to Morty's Diner. Tonight's show is Morty's movie review. All right. all set. Okay, 4 people watching, fantastic. There's probably other shows on right now, spreading all the hate and lies and viciousness. So you have your choice of whatever you want to watch on the millions of YouTube channels out there. And we'll just wait another minute or so, and then we'll get into my review of Drive Angry from 2011, starring Nicolas Cage and Amber Heard. Okay. And if anybody's out, I can't speak. If anybody is out there if anybody out there's seen this movie, let us know. Right, gonna lower the music. Thank you. Thank you for that. There we go. Where are we? All right, I think we got it all set now. So we'll get started in just another moment. Yeah, let's see if that's all right. Wow. All right. So let's say hello to the viewers who have shown up at the beginning here. Mega valued customer, good evening. Where's the popcorn? Well, it might be in your kitchen cupboard. I don't know. Okay, we just took care of the music. Thank you, Pavel, channel member. Good evening, GD, channel member. 100 pesos super chat. Thank you very much. All right. So right now, about 5 or 7 people watching, and that's good enough. Let's get it started. The replay is up there, will be up there, so anybody can watch it later. Pavel, I wonder how fast Mr. Cage blew the proceeds from this one. Yeah, very okay comment there. Well, let's just say right up front, we'll get right into my review. Okay, I just saw a thumbnail, yesterday, I saw a thumbnail pop up on YouTube, on the side there of this movie. It was a short, and I'd never heard of it. So I watched the short, which was half a minute or a minute, and it was a scene of Nicolas Cage and Amber Heard fighting, beating the shit out of some country bumpkins. And I thought, and she's wearing super micro mini shorts. And I thought, what the hell kind of shit movie is this? I've never heard of it. I'll state up front, I have no problem or problems with Nicolas Cage. As an actor, he's okay. I don't associate him at all with, those other actors, Tom Cruise, Ben Affleck, George Clooney, all those people I talk about. And I have liked him in some of his films. So I thought, well, and I don't object to him on a personal basis, like, Ben Affleck and Cardi B and Sean Penn and, George Clooney and all those Hollywood people. Though he's friends with all of them, I'm sure, but he never shoots off his trap in public about political comments, like De Niro, the demented De Niro. So yeah, and I did meet him. This is a confidential story. I did meet him in the 90s. I will not reveal details about meeting him, but it is true. And the initial impression I had of him as I was meeting him was he's very tall, meaning 6'1", 6'1" maybe. And at that time, incredibly fit. I mean, you could see this guy puts in the work with the fitness at the fitness center. Just an incredible male physical specimen. Just unbelievable. I didn't stare at him and, go all googly-eyed, but it's very impressive in person at that time, physically. Anyway, okay, whether he goes to the fitness center at the Villages, I don't know. I have every once in a while, not that I've looked for it, but on occasion, Nicolas Cage pops up in the celebrity magazines and tabloids. in terms of his romances, his marriage or marriages. He married a really sexy Korean gal back in the 90s, I think, or early 2000s. And then I think they got divorced, which I just find unbelievable. I mean, when you got a super incredibly sexy Korean girlfriend wife, why it's going to work out? Why would you abandon that for somebody else? If that was a divorce, I don't recall. And he made a movie called 8mm about the deep underground porno. I mean, the deviant aspects of the porno business, fictional or non-fictional. It was an incredibly intense film, and I liked that movie. I think that was directed by Joel Schumacher, and in fact, it was, because I met him too. That's right. It's all coming back to me from 20 years ago. Yeah, I met them both. That's right. And I'm not a Joel Schumacher fan. I thought that Batman movie he did with George Clooney. Did he do the one with George Clooney with that super ultra mega gay costume that George Clooney was wearing as Batman? Yeah, Pavel, 8mm was a disturbing film to see. 8mm was a disturbing film to see at 14. Oh, why would you be allowed to have seen that at age 14? What were your parents thinking? Or did you see it on the internet or something? Yeah, and I've seen other films, Con Air. It's okay, hello, Hurritan. Good evening, channel member. Good evening, Morty. It's another stalemate in the Strait of Hermes. That's a good pun. Okay. AD never calling and the Mort continue their pointless conflict. Well, that is true, and he started the whole thing. It's absolutely true. Over nothing. And he's, all he has to do is contact me by email and, come clean. But no, he's gone full hate. But it's okay. It's time for Congress to rein him in. Well, maybe the Ayatollah there will intercede. Or who knows? No, I mean, it's all up to him. It's what he wants, I guess, All I ever said to him was knock off the fucking daily insults. And that flipped him out. He just wouldn't say, okay, no problem. He just came down harder and went totally, joining the hate team. But anyway, we're going to talk about Nicolas Cage in this movie. Oh, you saw it on HBO. Okay, yeah. 8mm was a very, very intense film. Anyway, and I like that guy who played the clerk in the porno store, who I understand was Joaquin Phoenix. If I'm incorrect, please correct me. I was impressed with him. He did a very, very good job playing the deviant clerk in the porno shop. He was good. But I'll watch that movie again, maybe in another year. I'm in no rush to go see that. Anyway, let's get back to this movie. Okay. So it's called Drive Angry. I watched it last night. It was either on Tubi or Pluto, a channel. And Pavel, AD Never Calling, seemed to issue a ceasefire on his last show. Said he will no longer talk about you. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, right. I'm living in his head, He can't stop. But good for him, He wants to move on. That's fine, but the damage that he has left in his wake is all because of him and his behavior. It's got nothing to do with me. I just asked him to knock off the fucking daily insults. He can't just fess up to his bad behavior, but there'll be more coming on that in the future, I'm sure. Okay. So I found it on Pluto. I said, well, yeah, I'll watch this movie. So here's the movie review. I know there are some people out there who like Nicolas Cage and maybe Amber Heard and probably like this movie a lot. I'm thinking Aussie expat, who I've talked the topic of movies. I've talked about movies with him, and we have differing tastes on movies. And that's fine. He likes other stuff than I primarily do, But anyway, I bet you he saw this movie, and I bet you he liked it a lot. That's just my impression. But I haven't asked him, so I don't know what he thought of it, if he had in fact seen it. So here's the review. In fact, what I'm going to do, let me see if I can do this real fast, is I'm going to read you the description of the film because I can't even remember what the story is about. Okay, that's good. That's a vengeful father escapes from hell and chases after the men who killed his daughter and kidnapped his granddaughter. Okay, well that's a very good one-line description. I would not have been able to put that together on my own. Okay, so that's what the movie's about, which, because it has the word hell in there, just reminded me, I never saw that film Hellboy, which I understand was actually pretty good. I should put that on my movie list. Okay, and the 3 stars are Nicolas Cage, Amber Heard, and William Fichtner, who's been in a lot of movies. He's very recognizable, but I can't recall right offhand what else I've seen him in, but you'll recognize him. Okay, so here's my review. As you can see on the poster on the screen, spectacularly explosive. Well, I don't want to get into critic quotes, but let me tell you something. This movie, here we go. Oh, you're so negative. There's only one reason Nicolas Cage, in my opinion, would have done this film. The answer is money. Money. Now, I'm not against him any actor doing a film just for the money. Michael Caine has done a lot of movies just for money. A lot of great actors have done movies just for the money. You know, it's called cash flow. I certainly understand that. So I'm not going to pick on him for that whatsoever, okay? But this movie is absolute 100% unadulterated garbage. I can't believe I watched this movie. Yeah, hey, Pasta, good evening. Well, I'll get to that in just a moment. Thank you. This movie is absolute garbage. Shit, crap. It's incredible. I mean, this sounds so naive or detached from current movies, but it's just, I know this is not true, but some part of me still thinks this way, which is how it's incredible that there are people who would raise money, finance this, hire the actors, spend 3 months filming this thing, a 1-year production effort, start to finish, to make this absolute fucking garbage. Okay. Shitloads of violence, killing, shooting people in the eyeball, blowing up bodies, cutting off limbs, a lot of sexually graphic fuck scenes, a reasonably fair amount of total female nudity. I think you people are getting interested now. Amber Heard. Now here's my critical comments. It's just garbage. Okay, now let me get behind that and go through the points. Amber Heard, who I have never ever seen in a movie before. I saw her on the Johnny Depp TV coverage at the Johnny Depp trial, where she gave that absolutely awful crying performance. Oh, it's pathetic. She was fine for this movie. Her entire function in this movie is to be seen, walk around the entire movie for an hour and a half in super micro mini shorts, pretty much exposing, the privates. That's how short the shorts are. She's shooting cops, killing cops, driving cars 100 miles an hour, running around all over the place, fighting in bar fights and getting smacked around and getting thrown against the wall and flipped over and banged around in car crashes. And she looks exactly the same in the entire film. Perfect makeup, perfect hair, not one smudge from rolling around in the dirt or getting punched in the face. It's like at the end of every take, they go, makeup, hair, and they called in the makeup artist and the hairstylist and made her into, photo model style. Now, I understand this was probably a project that she, I don't want to be graphic. I can see how she got the part, and knowing about her from the Johnny Depp trial, I wouldn't put it past the way the Hollywood system works or how she got in the movie or how she was treated by the executives, But, how can you get punched in the face, thrown off a cliff, thrown in a river, thrown in the mud, running around, sweating? Nicolas Cage looked right. He had the right makeup. He was sweating, his hair's all disheveled. And so Amber Heard, it's just a photo model excursion for her with more extreme close-ups of her perfectly made up and hairstyled appearance than maybe I've seen of any actor in any movie ever. Was she involved romantically or sexually with the director or the producer? I don't know. I have no idea. But it's like the entire project is based on extreme close-ups of Amber Heard in perfect hair and makeup. No matter what the scene is that she was doing, there's no sweat, no scratches, no cuts, no dirt smudges on her face, nothing. It's just perfect skin and hair. And the super micro mini shorts that she's wearing. Okay, so that's her only function in the movie, is to show her private, basically, pretty much show her privates in the super micro mini shorts, cut off jeans, And lots of F-bombs in the movie, nonstop F-bombs. Okay. Hello, Bateman. How are you this evening? All right. And the story is Nicolas Cage escaped from hell. For whatever reason, I forgot he was in hell. And he came back to life on Earth to get the guy, or the guys who killed his daughter. And he's going to kill them all. And William Fichtner is a guy from hell who appears on Earth. His name he's the accountant. He keeps tabs on everybody in hell, I guess. He keeps all the records and stuff. Hence, he's the accountant. And because Nicolas Cage was able to escape, he's back on the planet looking for Nicolas Cage to bring him back, to where he belongs. Okay, the acting, Amber Heard, she's not an actress. She's just a fashion model appearing on the camera. Okay. A magazine model. Nicolas Cage is fine, for what the movie is. Yeah, he's all right, This other guy, William Fichtner, who plays the accountant, he did a good job. I'm not going to deny that. He did a good job. So, the director, he did a good job for what this piece of shit trash movie is. He's a competent director for this kind of film. Moves along very quickly. And there are probably a shitload of people who really enjoyed this movie. It's just another movie produced by the cesspool of Hollywood that dements the young people in this country, or the people who are adults. It just creates more brain decay, cultural depravity, lowering of all moral and ethical societal standards. And if I were the president of the movie studio, I never would have approved it. And when I saw the final release, the final cut, I would have just thrown it in the incinerator and said, fuck this shit, I'm not releasing it. Of course, I would have been fired, but I would have said, I don't care. I got my golden parachute, I don't give a shit. No, I mean, you have to release it, I guess. But it's just absolute shit. Is it the worst movie? No, I mean, but it's just absolute, total garbage. Therefore, it's probably the same as 90% of all the shit that Hollywood produces over these recent years, which I don't see any of these movies. I go back and look for old movies, were movies I missed from maybe not that long ago, 70s, 80s, 90s, that I just never saw. But yeah, absolute garbage. So that's the review. If you like crotch shots of Amber Heard bending over in her tight cut, high tight shorts, you'll enjoy the movie, you know. If you like some titty shots and some fucking video, you know, fucking content, you might like the movie. The guy who plays the bad guy, I never saw the actor before. He reminded me immediately of a young Tommy Lee Jones. And I thought, who is this guy? I thought this might be Tommy Lee Jones's son, if he has one, who's in a movie, which could be. And because his delivery, his style is and his appearance, very much like Tommy Lee Jones as a young guy. So I looked up the credits. No, it's a totally different guy, a guy named Billy Burke or something. Yeah, he was fine, but the movie is just absolute. So there you have it. There's Morty's movie review. If anybody out there has seen the film, let us know. But and if Ozzy Expat catches this show, I'd like to know if he let us know if you enjoyed this movie or you bought the Blu-ray on it or whatever. Okay, let's get back to the comments. Yeah, so the only thing I know about Amber Heard prior to seeing this film was during the Johnny Depp trial, where it came out, where she revealed to the world that she's a total nut job. And I remember something, and it's like one of those things you hear and you just, at least in my case, you just don't believe you heard it and it just doesn't register. But to get back, because she was mad at Johnny, who she was living with, Johnny Depp. She pooped in the guy's, she dropped a load on the bed just to get back at him. So she's a total nut job, you know. So she's in the right business, that's for sure. But I can't imagine anybody going to a movie just because they want to see Amber Heard. But I don't know. I'm not a 12-year-old, you know, whatever, you know. Yeah, what's going on, Bateman? Pasta, yeah. Yeah, incredible. So that reminded me of Hellboy. I don't know what the story of Hellboy is. In fact, let me look that up. That was from the 90s, I think. Was it? 2004, is that it? Let me see. Yeah, 2004. Okay, let's see what that is. Hellboy. It starred that Ron Perlman, right? Hellboy, a demon raised from infancy after being conjured by and rescued from the Nazis, grows up to become a defender against the forces of dark. I got to read that again. A demon raised from infancy after being conjured by and rescued from the Nazis grows up to become a defender against the forces of darkness. Directed by Guillermo del Toro. That's very interesting. Ron Perlman, John Hurt. Who else is in it? And reviews. An amazing spectacle. Wow. So, yeah, I will... I'll look for this movie, see if I can find it. At the end of World War II, Nazi officers Karl Ruprecht Kronen and Ilse Hauptstein start an experiment to raise the forces of hell through Russian dark mystic Rasputin on a Scottish island. Hey, now, if it involves Rasputin, I'm interested, because I read everything or watch everything about Rasputin and Tsarist Russia and all that Soviet stuff. Russian, Imperial Russia stuff. But it's interrupted by an Allied commando guided by Professor Trevor Brutenholm. He prevents killing the human demonic half-blood, which was accidentally created, and raises this Hellboy, while rising to head a secret CIA-linked U.S. agency, Bureau of Paranormal Research, which secretly studies and uses the occult, including supernatural freaks Oh, now I'm more interested. As, quote, Father Broom is aging, he handpicks brilliant, sensitive Agent John Myers as the new minder/companion. As regular warrior Agent Clay can't empathize and lacks flexibility mentally. Hellboy is quite a handful, regularly spotted by worried civilians on unauthorized excursions, especially to pyro-telekinetic freak friend in a mental asylum. Johnny, Hellboy, and Clay team up on missions against paranormal threats with aquatic bionic freak Abe Sapien. Their task proves to be daunting as monster Samael multiplies every time it dies, while Rasputin and the Nazis re-emerge armed. I'm going to watch this movie. Okay, I'm going to put that on the list. That sold me. Yeah, I'll look for where I can find Hellboy 2004. Okay, I bet you it's better than Drive Angry. Oh, if you like car chases, 60s Chevy Chevelles, and all that kind of shit, and what an awful film. All right, so that ends the movie review segment. So just before I clicked on the show to get started on YouTube, I saw a thumbnail for the new channel out there, The Holiday Man. And he's got a thumbnail posted for 12:30 tonight, West Coast time. And I have a feeling, based on the massive face blasting Jax was getting from haters out there and non-haters about Doc's report running his first two shows, running the first two shows on the Holiday Man channel. Man, he really got blasted top to bottom for that, big time. Hey, he was getting blasted from all directions. Anyway, I have a feeling tonight's show, and I don't know any information about tonight's show, but the show scheduled for 12:30 tonight will be Holiday Man himself, in what really would be his premiere show on his new channel. I will say that if Doc's Report is doing the show tonight, and it's only Doc's Report with the golf course cam and the Walmart and fitness center and Wawa stories, it's all over. It's over. I mean, that's going to kill it right there. Okay, so I'm hoping Jax is, because of the thumbnail. I mean, if it's another Doc's Report show, because Doc's is up. That's 3:30 in the morning in the East Coast, and that's when he's waking up, pushing his coffee. So I hope it is the Jax Report featuring Jax. I mean, the Holiday Man with Jax, and because if he brings on Doc's Report for to run a third show, you might as well just turn off the lights and close the door and get out of Fucktown. Okay, Pavel, I like how Jax makes a post that his show is at 3:30 a.m. He imagines the entire world is on Ohio time. Well, for the West Coast here, it's not a good time. In fact, for the East Coast, it's not a good time. It's 3:30 in the morning. But he'll get viewers from, the hell. That doesn't make sense. He'll get viewers from, Australia, and if there's anybody in Europe, he would get that, and anybody who's up, So it's not a bad time necessarily. He can still get 20, 30, 40 viewers at that time. No question about that. And the haters, the real haters, they're up all the time, smoking dope and giving themselves enema blasts. So they'll be up to watch the show as well. All right. Hey, I didn't put up the invite link. I guess I can do that. Let's post that. There it is. Okay. I saw the Bateman channel was on late last night late last night. I don't remember what time it was, but my time it was late. And so I looked at that. And yeah, it's another hate channel. It hasn't gone full hate, but it's that's where it's headed, you know. Just mocking, insulting, name calling, put downs. Hey, you know, okay, not my channel. It's all right, you know, whatever. But I did watch about a half hour of it or so. But yeah, well, we'll see what happens with the Bateman channel. But yeah, anyway. All right, 6 people are watching. So we've covered Holiday Man and the movie review. What else can I tell you? Nothing. Nothing at all. I was going to go out and get some snacks, but I got plenty of broccoli and tofu here, and, you know, rice crackers and, you know, steamed Brussels sprouts, so I decided I don't need a snack, so I stayed in. I got plenty of Ezekiel bread, which, you know, people like to talk about. I buy the Ezekiel bread, the English muffins. I used to buy the bread, because it's not really bread. I mean, there's no flour in it. It's flourless bread. The ingredients are just all whole grains, different kinds of grains. It's extremely healthy product. I've been moving over to eating Ezekiel bread for breakfast instead of oatmeal, or even shredded wheat. It's a nice change, but it's very heavy. But anyway, okay, Bateman. True, perhaps I should get Puck Elf on to drop some N-bombs like our good friend Morty. Start the show. He only did that one time that I'm aware of, and I deleted that right after the show. You can't blame me for that. But he was on your show last night. In fact, the Bateman show, the guest was Puck Elf, and he was wearing his new steel saucepan helmet, which he premiered on my show a few days before, and that he's got the chin straps fully installed, so that's good. And there was somebody else on the show. I don't remember who it was. TW maybe, or I don't recall. But it was Marcelo, I think. And I thought, you know, that was very funny because you know, the new hater, or the hater, AD never calling. He says, "Look who's on the fucking Morty show. He's got Puck Elf and T-Dubs." That was like 2 or 3 nights ago. I had them on. It was a good chat. It was really good. And then who's on the Bateman show? Puck Elf and Marcelo. Jesus, unbelievable. Anyway, okay. Bateman, he came on picking at old wounds. Once you've seen one Puck show, you've seen them all. Well, you know, I think you can say that about many of these channels. You go to definitely, you can say that about many of these channels. You've seen one, you've seen them all. I mean, that is true. Not my channel. My channel has a wide range of changing topics, you know. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, so I subscribed to Bateman, hit the thumbnails. I mean the bell. So if he does a show, any more shows, I'll check it out. But my experience with Puck is he's a good guest. I've seen him only a few times. I don't know which show it was on, but and then he came on my channel twice or 3 times, and yeah, he's fine. He has good stories, very knowledgeable, wide range of knowledge. I'll put it that way. All right, what else can we talk about tonight? Well, hey, it's nice to see some people in the audience because I know there are other shows on, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure there are other shows on, being it's only 8:15 at night. But yeah, that's okay. What is that little pad that Puck wears under his wok? Oh, I don't know what that is. You'll have to ask him. I don't know. Mm-hmm. All right. But link is up if anyone wants to hop on the panel, talk about Puck Elf or the movie Drive Angry or Holiday Man or anything else that might be on your mind. And at this point, let's take a short, very short little video break. Now, after the squirrel show I did a couple days ago, I did a couple shows. Well, thanks for the sub anyway, Mort, be out and about. Right, okay. So, someone sent me an email, one of the regular people out there who watches, content. Stuff. And this person said that though they agreed the squirrels are cute and adorable in your backyard, they do cause a lot of damage. And this person explained that a squirrel created damage to his under his car hood. This is a serious story. Chewed up the wires and ripped, and things destroyed the entire wiring system, something like that. And it was way too expensive to repair, so the car had to be junked, and he bought a new car because the car was over $10,000 in damage, and to reinstall everything brand new and the servicing labor costs, it would have come up to $15,000. It was that fucked up. So he said that he relocated that squirrel. He found some kind of squirrel trap, and he got a squirrel-friendly trap. And he got the squirrel and brought him 5 miles down the road to the forest and let him go. An area filled with pine cones, trees, creeks, rivers, lakes, all kinds of beautiful place for a squirrel to live. And so I'm putting that story on top of Shot in the Dark story, where he said the squirrels in his backyard caused $10,000 of damage to his mom's house roof, which I found incredible. And then I'm putting that into Doc's caging and relocating the squirrels. He hasn't sustained any damage to his home, but preemptively he's removing the squirrels and relocating them. So I'm changing my opinion on the squirrel thing. See, I am completely or very open-minded. If somebody can present, or if people can present a good case, I am open-minded enough to change my opinions, or, I've always been this way. Present the facts. Give me, let me hear the stories, or, I'll weigh it, evaluate it, and if a change means changing my opinion, I do that. Unlike some people who are just doomed in a cesspool of, in a cesspool. But anyway, so my new opinion is, squirrels are cute and adorable to watch them in your backyard, looking for food and climbing on the trees and stuff. But they can and cause shitloads of thousands of dollars of damage to a car, to a house, to your house. And if there are squirrels in the backyard that I can understand, I'll just say I can see why people would want to cage them in a safe manner and relocate them, a few miles away into a beautiful forest or beautiful area. I can see that. I can see that it makes sense. Or I can see how those people who do that, I can see why they think and do those things. So that's a big, I don't want to say concession on my part, but that's a big change of my opinion on the squirrel topic. Okay, so I'm open to a diversity of opinion. I'm not a 24/7 mental case loser. Whatever. Despite what some people out there may think. All right, yeah, very good. Okay, so we've got the squirrel thing updated. We've got the music in the background. Got 11 people watching. Show's going along at a nice pace. I just took some benzos. And, I shouldn't have taken those. Tonight would have been a good night for some alcohol to de-stress. I shouldn't have taken those benzos. You can't mix, so I've been told, you can't mix benzos with alcohol. That's not good to do. Because it can affect your respiratory system, and you can go to sleep and not wake up. If you're drinking that much alcohol and taking that many benzo tablets. By the way, when I saw the doctor and the clinical pharmacist 2-3 days ago, and I brought up the cannabis thing again, the pharmacist who said, well, she said, the only thing I'd tell you about is if you want to do it, but don't do any edibles or smoke any or vape any cannabis products if you're taking any benzos that day, because that can be bad. So if you're going to do it, wait a full 24 hours from the time you took your last benzos. And yeah, it's up to you. So I think that was a good information. Don't gobble down a bottle of benzos and then, vape all night. That could be that could be serious trouble. So, in fact, I'm going to do that later tonight. I have a lot of important things to do, but I'm going to do that tonight after the show. I'm going to look for a cannabis store, a different one. The one that was the fancy one is out of business. It was staffed by, 20, 30, 40 something females, all tattooed and nose ring, but they looked pretty cute. They looked attractive, and they really knew their products. I was going to go there, but they closed the store. That's out of business. And the one I went to last time, I guess like a year ago, or whatever it was, they had all the products. It was a big store, but I didn't feel like I'd rather talk to an emaciated heroin addict cannabis user, with long hair and sexy boots and, tattoos, and that kind of woman would really know her stuff, I think. So I'll look around for a new cannabis store, and this week, what's today? Monday. So this week I will go to a pot shop and stock up. I really, really will. And this weekend will be cannabis a go-go, or vaping a go-go, because I don't care anymore. And it might be nice. It might turn me into a paranoid schizophrenic, which would not be good. But, the first time, I'll do it with some friends I know who smoke that shit all the time. And, it'll be okay. All right. What else is going on? Nothing else. Yeah, there we go. That's the overlay feature, docs. I know how it works. Been using it for a year. Yeah, there was a request in the comments on a previous video from GD. He wants me to start playing to bring back the Morty's a Nice Guy video, but, featuring those two hater guys, But no, I'm moving on from those videos. They're in, I've got them in the vault, maybe in the future, but I got new video content coming, and we're going to be shifting over to that. It's all in production right now. Or in pre-production, because it's a lot of work, but it's being put together. Slowly but surely. Yeah. Yeah, Nicolas Cage, one of the stories that was in the tabloids about him years ago was he had a tremendous amount of money that he had earned. And he was spending it rather, I don't want to say carelessly, but just spending and spending and spending. And he was buying castles in Europe, real castles, and living in Europe or buying castles one after the other, and pretty much went through all his money, something like that. So, and then he had a divorce, which cost him a lot. I don't know. I don't know the details, but it was something like that, just spending money all over the place. And so he makes movies like Drive Angry, though this was a number of years ago, 2011, yeah. But just to churn out the shit movies to make some money, well, whatever. Hey, crybaby, saggy skin, how's it going? It's remarkable how quickly Nick Cage went from a Hollywood A-lister to direct-to-video guy. Yeah, well, this movie is just absolute. As if you did hear my review earlier in the show, it's just absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. And yeah, you're right. He won an Academy Award for Best Actor, and he's in this kind of shit movie. I mean, there's no other reason for him ever to have made this movie outside of, he wanted the money, and it was a good deal, so he did it. And I'm not going to blame the guy for that, So, but yeah, amazing. But he'll get another prestige. He'll get more prestige products and huge commercial, big box office hits. I'm sure of that, He's not going anywhere. He's still a young enough guy to have plenty of good movies still, Amber Heard, she's just, as I mentioned, just nothing, But anyway, okay. GD, hello there. The Nice Guy Morty clip was genius. You had the asylum admitting Morty is the most normal person in the toilet bowl. Well, that's what the guy said. In fact, that's what both those guys said. It was on, I had the audio clip, made the video. Yep. See? I got all these clips. AD Never Calling has been challenging me, show these clips. It's being done, AD. We're going to have an AD show, an AD tribute show coming up at some point. The first in a series. He'll be the first in a series. But it's taken a lot of time to put the stuff together. He was also griping, because I saw him on a show 1 or 2 days ago. It might have been his channel, I don't remember, saying, I banned him on my show, so he says, I can't even come on and talk to the fucking guy. He banned me. If you want to contact me, you know my email. Then I thought, well, he's not going to come on the show anyway, so, because, now he's a hater. Well, it's gone that direction. So I could unban him, but he's not going to come on because he says he's not going to come on here ever again, And, I don't see why he would want to come on and confront me with his awful behavior as well. He would just be admitting publicly how badly he's been on the channel or on other channels regarding Morty. Yep. Yeah. But that was a great clip. I agree with you, GD, and the song was really catchy. It's a great song. Now, Doc's report said several times, if he ever turns on to my channel and sees any psychopath content, he's immediately leaving. You know, any of that guy videos, he's immediately leaving, turning it off. Well, yeah, I'll consider that, but I mean, it's not like he's a major super chatter or PayPal guy to Morty's Diner, so it would be nice to have him watching the show, but if he turns it off, it's not like he's going to send me a $10, $20 super chat. Let's be real, Then again, nobody sends me a $10 or $20 super chat. So in that regard, no, some people do, but yeah, whatever. But it was a great video, GT, no question about that. All right, time to change the music. I think people get tired of that squirrel music pretty quickly. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, that other channel is probably on if you want to watch that other channel and get in on the screaming, Probably on for 8 hours. Go check it out. In fact, this sums up that other channel pretty much. Yeah, that's the overview of, that guy's channel, basically. Incredible. And heart rate beating, yeah, whatever. Amazing. Okay. Crybaby. Amber Heard got too confident and arrogant during the Me Too outrage mob time and thought she could lie her way to the top for the big money. She got exposed during the Depp trial and she's toxic sludge now. Well, the thing is, no matter how much of a piece of toxic sludge you are in Hollywood, you'll still get work because Hollywood is run by toxic sludge. It's populated by toxic sludge people. Amber Heard, let's see. Does she have any movies coming up or anything recent? Let's take a look here. Amber Heard. Where's her thing? Here we go. Who, after she broke up with Johnny Depp and there was that publicly televised trial, who would ever date her or want to live with her? But there are probably shitloads of guys in Hollywood who will do that. Okay, she made Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, 2023, In the Fire, Zack Snyder's Justice League, 2021, 7 episodes of The Stand TV series, Aquaman 2018. Well, that was the big hit that she was in. Oh, look at this. She made a movie called The Adderall Diaries in 2015. I know somebody who what was that? Elliot, a troubled former successful writer, decides to write about a missing wife and the following murder trial of her husband. Ed Harris and Amber Heard. I'll skip that movie. And so she made 2 movies in 2023. Nothing in 24 or 25 or 26. So who knows what she's doing? Yeah, amazing. She currently lives in Los Angeles, where she's actively involved with Amnesty International. Well, I mean, you got to have that PR image. You got to be, promoting yourself with some causes. So, yeah. In 2015, she married Johnny Depp, and they divorced in 2017. Okay. She has 3 children. Oh, look at this. Sued for over $10 million for breach of contract for her film London Fields in 2018 because the actress failed to abide to her contractual obligations. These included acting in previously agreed upon scenes requiring nudity and promotion of the film. Okay, well, what happened with that case? I don't know. She was charged with 2 counts of dog smuggling after illegally bringing her and Johnny Depp's dogs to Australia. For the same journey to Australia, she was charged with producing a false document relating to information on an incoming passenger card. Wow. Okay. In December 2010, she, quote, came out to the crowd at the 25th anniversary for the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation. She also told the website, AfterEllen.com, oh Jesus, that for several years her romantic partner has been photographer Tazia Van Ree. They've since split up. I didn't know she was a lesbo. Well, okay. So she poops in bed and she's a lesbian too. All right. Okay. Okay, well, that's not about her. Wow. Hello, Daniel Quack. I find it to be more like a blasting sound. Yeah, right. Crybaby, the bug budget Aquaman sequel was filmed prior to the trial, and Heard's role was drastically cut after the trial and before the film was released. Well, that's, yeah, you want to minimize her connection to the film because she's now toxic sludge, right? Incredible. Amazing. Did you see Aquaman, Crybaby? There's that other guy, this muscle guy who's the star of Aquaman, Jason somebody, Momoa. I don't know anything about him at all either, but yeah, I don't know. I don't follow those movies at all. So I've been watching a show on Amazon, on the Amazon Prime. It's a four-season series they produced for Amazon, and it's, I guess if you have Amazon Prime, it's free, because when I look at it, all the episodes are free. And, oh, big budget. Okay, got it. And it's called The Man in the High Castle. And it's a fictionalized what if Germany and Japan prevailed in World War II and America and the Allies lost. Okay, so the West Coast is the Japanese states of America, and the East Coast is the new Nazi Reich. And I've seen movies with a similar theme. I find this to be an extremely weak series, extremely weak. And I can review it at another time in depth if anybody's watched it. There was a movie on a similar topic called Fatherland, and it starred Rutger Hauer, who I always liked. And I thought that movie was extremely good. It was so suspenseful. I mean, I really felt the suspense, it was incredible. So if you're looking for something, check out Fatherland, starring Rutger Hauer. And let me see what year that was. I really liked that movie. Then I watched it a second time, and I was like, well, it didn't hold up the second time as well. Fatherland was from 1994. And the story is, in 1964, 20 years after the Nazis won World War II, SS officer, played by Rutger Hauer, uncovers a plot which will expose the horrors of the Nazi regime, which were all covered up and nobody ever knew about except just a handful of people who were survivors from that era, who the Nazis had not rubbed out. And it's on YouTube for free. So you can watch Fatherland, 1994. Really enjoyed that movie. I thought Vinny Chase from Entourage starred in Aquaman. Well, I have no idea, but I don't know who Vinny Chase is. I don't know what the Aquaman story is either, the character or anything. Just don't follow that stuff. Aquaman 2018 starred Jason Momoa. Here it is. Amber Heard, Willem Dafoe, Nicole Kidman, Dolph Lundgren. An interesting cast. Yeah, I'm not going to... born upon the shores of the surface world, Arthur Curry discovers he's only half human, with the other half of his blood being of Atlantean descent, thus making him the rightful heir to the throne of the undersea kingdom of Atlantis. However, Arthur learns that Atlantis is being ruled by his malicious half-brother Orm, who seeks to unite the 7 underwater kingdoms and wage war upon the surface. With aid from Nuidus Vulko and the gorgeous Mira, Arthur must discover the full potential of his true destiny and become Aquaman in order to save Atlantis and the surface from Orm's evil plot. I will skip it. I will not watch this. Not my thing. All right. Hello, Boris. Good evening. Sending my hate to all. Have a great show, Mort. Thank you, Boris. You heading over to the other channel? Enjoy it. Enjoy the Shrieker. All right, very good. Yeah. I wonder if Boris knows anything about paleobotany. Because I'd like to discuss that with him sometime, but he doesn't go on shows. I've watched a lot of stuff and read a lot of stuff about paleobotany. It's fascinating shit. But, yeah, who knows? Crybaby, the premise of that film, that the Nazis won, would give Narc a boner. Absolutely right. Yeah, Fatherland with Rutger Hauer. I really enjoyed that film. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see on the screen that quote where it says on that movie, spectacularly explosive. Well, the movie is full of explosions, okay? But well, I'm not going to say it. I've made my point, you know. All right, so it's 8:45. The Holiday Man show is scheduled for 12:45, and I guess I can stay up that late. I'll be up that late. So I will be watching and checking out the show. Wonder what he's going to talk about. Yeah, here it is. 12:20 a.m. So that's in 4 hours or so, 3.5 hours. The title of his show tonight is Do You Still Hate? 'Cause I Still Hate You. Okay. Amazing. Unbelievable, but true. Mm-hmm. All right, 12 people watching. Thank you all for checking out Morty's Diner tonight. I'm planning on maybe doing another 15 minutes of, lack of content, and then maybe going out for a snack. I need a Cadbury's. I'm really craving a Cadbury bar. Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? Because Crybaby 80 Never Calling was talking about this the last day or two on his channel, which he was complaining about, and I'm banned over there on Morty's Diner, so I can't even talk to the fucking guy. Yeah, I will remove him from the bans, and I don't expect him to appear on the show. I certainly don't expect that, but I'll remove him. Let's see, where do you do that? But he won't be coming here, so it's okay. Let's see, where do you do that? I don't see him on the list here. Maybe I never banned him. I think I did, though, but what's the name of his channel? Oh, a News Bro Show, right? I'm looking. I don't see him banned. Maybe I didn't ban him. I'm looking. He's not banned. I didn't ban him. If I did, it's not showing up. Oh, wait a minute. That's a different page. Hold on. Hold on. It's a different... okay, let me look through here. Let me do this right. Okay, let's see. Is he... let's take a look here. Look at all these sick, twisted, sick people. Wow. On this list over the years. Wow, unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Wow. There he is. Okay. He's been removed. Now this'll he'll hear about this, and he'll just say, "Well, Morty can fuck himself. I don't care if you unban me. I'll never talk to that fucking cunt again." Hey, your choice. Whatever. The show needs guests. You damn right. Ah, look at this. Paleobotany isn't in my wheelhouse. I'm more on the geological side of things, study of rocks and gems. Though you're a botanist, really. If I were entering college again, of course, this is a long time ago, 1920s, for my science requirements, I would choose geology classes for the science requirement. I'm so interested in history of the Earth, geological formations. Of course, that covers dinosaurs and rocks and, geological eras and epochs and periods. And You know, that chart, I forgot what they call it, geological eras, going all the way back from the beginning of Earth up to the, you know, the different names to give to all these, Ordovician and, Devonian and Jurassic and Paleocene and Miocene, and I would have been brilliant at that. I would not be a geologist, but I would have taken 3 or 4 classes in the geology department. Yeah, well, okay. The show needs guests, you bet. Open the floodgates. All right. Crybaby, it'd be good to see if you and AD can talk and at least try to work out your differences. Well, it's very simple. I just said to him repeatedly, stop with the fucking insults every day on all these channels. I mean, it doesn't matter what channel I go to, there's more fucking insults. And he just refused, and so I had enough, and then he went ballistic. He went nuts. He said, quote, he's going on the warpath. The GTS chart. GTS chart. I know there's a name for that, but it's the International Chronostratigraphic Chart. Let me take a look here. International Chronostratigraphic Chart. Is this it? Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenally, fantastically amazing. Yeah, it goes from the Hadean 4.5 billion years ago, correct, up through the present to the Holocene. And it's broken down into Ionotherm Erathem System Series Stage. Just fantastic shit. I watch a lot of videos about the Devonian and Cambrian because of the animals, the marine creatures and, animals on land and stuff. Just phenomenal. I don't know if I have the intellectual capability to be a PhD paleontologist. I mean, you got to be really fucking smart. I don't know if I would have been that dedicated for that committed, but I would definitely have taken courses and that stuff. Yes, like they give the names to these things, like the Pennsylvanian, Upper Pennsylvanian, Middle Pennsylvanian, Lower Pennsylvanian. That's like 300 million years ago. Where do they come up with these names? The Middle Mississippi, the Lower Mississippi, I'd like to know how each name, the derivation or, what each name comes from. I'm sure that's easy to find, but Cetaceous period, and all, yeah, just really into the paleo animals and all that stuff. Thank you, Boris. That's the chart name, the GTS chart. Yeah. Of course you would know that. Nobody cares, but the GSA, Geological Society of America, Geologic Time Scale. Yeah, that's it. That's what it's called also. I think this is the same chart, just a different website. Let me make this larger. I should print this out and put it on my wall. Yeah, this is period, epoch, and age. That's it. So we're in the Neogene period right now. The Quaternary period, we're in the Holocene, which was preceded by the Pleistocene. And you see, this is so interesting to me. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic stuff. I could have been a geologist. I don't know if I would have been a great one, but or maybe just a few courses to satisfy my interest. I don't know. Anyway. Boris, hydrology is a fascinating topic if you're into that sort of stuff. I saw some video 2-3 years ago about hydrology. which prior to watching that video, I really knew nothing about what that field was. So I watched that video and then I looked it up. I thought, this is really fantastic stuff. It's the scientific study of the movement, distribution, and management of water on Earth and other planets, including the water cycle, water resources, and drainage basin sustainability. Hydrologists are scientists studying earth or environmental science, civil or environmental engineering, and physical geography. I guess that includes when you flush toilets, water cycles, water resources. No, okay. Yeah, that's very good. The geology, paleontology, way more interesting for me. But to be a paleontologist, I mean, you got to study, really intense stuff, maths, calculus, biology, chemistry, geology, botany. It's just endless. Got to be really smart. Not a dumb YouTube guy. Well, whatever. I think it'd be easier than astronomy for me. Because that's a shitload of calculus and stuff. And computer work. And that's not for me. All right. I'm out of cheese. I don't have any more cheese in the fridge. I usually buy Swiss cheese or Colby Jack or extra sharp cheddar. Those are the three cheeses that I usually have on hand. But I'm all out of cheese. I like to add cheese to a veggie burger. A simulated veggie burger thing. Yep. I also like cheese on a turkey sandwich. Well. Boris, a friend of mine has a PhD in medieval literature, an absolute pointless degree due to the lack of writing done in that era. Well, I think that I watch, again, just as an amateur, I can't say scholar, but enthusiast, all kinds of medieval stuff. And I could see studying that, but the only career you can get from that is a professor, and I would not want to do that. I would not want to be like, Mr. Chips at Oxford. That's phenomenal stuff, As a matter of fact, I've recently been studying Beowulf and the Canterbury Tales, watching tons of videos about that, and expanding my knowledge on that. And I would love to be able to speak Old English, but I never really went to study it. But I think that would be tremendous fun. It'd be more fun to speak that than Latin. But maybe you'd want to know both, probably, yeah, to do it right. Who knows? But you're saying due to the lack of writing done in the medieval era? Really? In the Middle Ages? Really? I think there's tons of stuff. Medieval literature. I think there'd be a lot of stuff. Stuffs. Medieval literature. Must be shitloads of stuff. But a lot of it would be in German or Latin. Old English, Ethiopian, Syriac, Coptic, Japanese, Chinese, and Arabic. Western Europe, Latin. A few examples: Beowulf, Nibelungenlied, right? Medieval Greek, Diogenes Acritas, Old East Slavic, Tale of Igor's Campaign, and the Old French Chanson de Roland are well known to this day. I never heard of that one. Celtic traditions, okay. There'd be tons of stuff to read. It'd be great. A lot of religious works, Couldn't you say Thomas More Utopia would be Middle Ages writing? Or is that not Middle Ages anymore? Probably not the Middle Ages anymore. Well, there's shit. I'm looking up the Wikipedia page on medieval literature, and there's just tons of shit. Religious and secular. I mean, yeah. And all the gay and lesbian literature from those years, you know. That would be a better college major. Gay and lesbian medieval literature. Yeah, well, whatever. You know what book I've always wanted to read? And let me see if I can find it real fast. There's two books I've always wanted to read, but one is The Pilgrim's Progress from 1678. And the other one is this would have to be translated. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. First version came out around 899 AD. So obviously would have to be translated into English. The oldest copy is on exhibit in Cambridge. Wow. It was actively being updated up till 1154. I would like to read that. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay. English Middle Era. Okay. Well, is that Shakespeare? Is that the Shakespearean era you're talking about? Later? Earlier? Well, whatever. Yeah, there's no books or anything written in the Shakespearean era, Elizabethan era. Nothing written then. I never read Faust. I've seen a couple movie versions of Faust and videos about it, but I never read it. And there's a great silent movie of Faust. Yeah, Marlowe, Christopher Marlowe, The Tragical History of Dr. Faust, 1592. I never sat down and read it or studied it. I'm running out of time to read these books. That's the Elizabethan era, right? These things are all probably online and audiobooks. Yeah, they are. So I gotta get to this stuff. All right. Hey, Brightling, how are you? There are numerous useless degrees. Yeah, gender studies, LGBTQ studies, Chicano studies, gender queer studies, African American studies, certainly a valid topic and interesting, but the only job you're going to get is teaching it, you know, teaching the same thing, whatever, you know. Philosophy is actually not a bad major because you can use that for PhD if you want to do that, or enter, you know, a law career, or just, you know, if you want to just become smarter. But it doesn't always work out. Some people with philosophy degrees just, you know, don't turn out right, if you know what I mean. Pavel, I'm playing a video game that is pretty inaccurately based on characters and events in Bohemia in 1403. Holy shit, what's the name of that game? That sounds pretty damn interesting. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Wow. That sounds more interesting than Minecraft, which must be a good game because Ozzy Expat is a big-time player of Minecraft. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a 2025 action role-playing game. Has sold 2 million copies within its first 2 weeks of release. The protagonist is controlled from a first-person perspective setting. In the Kingdom of Bohemia, now the Czech Republic, the game reflects Middle Ages. One of the original. Wow, pretty interesting. Amazing. But I couldn't figure out how to play Portal 2. I couldn't figure it out. And I couldn't figure out how to play Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. I bought them, like $9.95 for both of them. And I could never figure out how to get more than 5 minutes into the game, so. Yeah. Amazing. Though maybe I needed a different computer or a different mouse. I have no idea. Yep. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up in 3 minutes. A long time, years ago, when I was talking about these games, Blondie, we were on one chat, and she said she would play Portal 2 with me on a show, and maybe with somebody else, but nothing ever developed from that, so that was unfortunate. Because if there's anybody on these channels that I would play with, it would have been Blondie and maybe one other, maybe like Dis. I would play with him, you know. I don't know. Crybaby, why are there so many good films about World War I and World War II, but none about World War IV through to 11? Oh, I know what you mean. The Ilhan Omar thing, right. Unbelievable. She's an imbecile. She's a traitor, an American hater. You know, questionable if she's even a citizen. And she needs to be deported. She needs to be bankrupted and deported. All her funds need to be seized, and she needs to be deported. Pavel, Portal was a great series. Yeah, Nicolas recommended that to me very highly as a good game to get started with, because that would be the first game I ever played, you know, on the computer. And he said that would be a great choice to get started. And I think Dis said that also. And but I couldn't figure it out. Portal was a great series. Some of those puzzles got really challenging. I'd love to play it, but I don't know how to do it. Yeah. I think I bought it for 99 cents. It was on the Steam website. I think it was 99 cents. Amazing. If I knew how to play Portal, and if my computer was suitable for playing it, then I would just be vaping and every night playing Portal, and I wouldn't even be on any of these channels. You know? Maybe once a month to give an update on my Portal progress. All right, last call for any guests who might like to hop on the panel. Last call for channel support. Super Chat, PayPal, Cash App, Ko-Fi. Last call for anyone who wants to be a panelist. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up in 3 minutes. Oh, you know that the tow truck guy, Uzi. Oh, jeez, he sent me a Cash App. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. He sent me a Cash App 2 days ago. Let me look this up. Where do I have this thing here? Yeah, here it is. Uzi sent me a Cash App for $10 on Friday or Saturday, a couple days ago, and with the message, "This is for I still love that Vacheron Historique that you showed me." So back when I was talking to Uzi before he went total, insane, before he went total nut job, I showed him a watch that I really, really liked and said if I had 30,000 or 20,000 for a watch, I would buy this one. It was a Vacheron, very, very simple watch. He liked it a lot. He said, "Wow, that looks great." Putting that watch on a guy like Uzi is, like putting a tiara on a country farm hog. It makes as much sense. But anyway, so apparently on some show he brought that up again, that he still really liked that watch, and he may even buy one. Apparently, so he sent me $10. So what the fuck? Oh, what's this? Pavel, he said you sent back his $10. Damn right. So I sent it back. When I looked at it the next day, I sent a refund. There's a button for refund on Cash App, so I refunded the $10. The amount of anti-Semitism, racism, hatred, all the stuff that he's spewed in my direction from some months back, just absolutely reprehensible. And he doesn't get off with a $10 Cash App. No way. I have integrity and pride. I don't mean gay pride. I mean, pride as a human being. Integrity. And $10 is not going to soothe out any issues between me and Uzi. So yeah, I sent it back. Yeah. But apparently you say, you know this, so he must have mentioned that on somebody's channel. Yeah, well, whatever. Pavel, were you playing KB? What's KB? And mouse? Oh, were you playing with a keyboard and mouse or with a controller? Well, I was using my regular keyboard and my regular cheap $10 mouse. I don't have a controller. You might find it more intuitive with an Xbox controller or something. Well, no, that's what I think some people were getting at. But I don't know I've never had an Xbox controller. I don't know what it would be that you buy when you buy an Xbox. I don't know how it works. I don't know anything about it. I think if I had a 30-minute tutorial session with Aussie Expat or Dis, I would know how to do all this stuff, but, yeah, they're not going to give me a half hour of time to teach me how to do this stuff, and I'm not going to ask them because I got other stuff to do. That's less important, okay? Though, it would be fun to play those games, but I just don't know how. But you're probably right, Pavel. I need an Xbox controller or something. Breitling, so what you are saying is you aren't willing to be paid to be abused. What a novel idea. Well, no, that's absolutely, that's correct. Yeah. I'm not willing to be paid to be abused. That's correct. And certainly not for $10. $10 does not cover up the hatred and just vile, vicious, reprehensible things he said and showed and commented about up to this day. He still shows up on my channel on my live streams when I do a show, and he goes backstage. I don't put him on the show, but backstage he types into the private chat an endless litany of N-bombs and J-bombs. The guy is just, Now, if he wants to start to ease out a little détente between us, a little whatever, Yeah, $2,000 will open up the window to where we can begin communicating. I think 2,000 for him it's a pittance. No, not a penance. It's a pittance. 2,000 for him. That would be a way to open things up if he wanted to do that. But and even then it would GD 100 pesos. Thank you very much for the channel support, GD. It's like Watch Nicolas typed. I shouldn't mention him, but he just posted some absolutely vile fucking memes about me on his page, which he took one of them down. It was just so awful. And then he said, and then he posted the third one he posted was, "I'm sorry, Morty." So I said to him a day or two ago, if you're really sorry, send me back that $150 I gave you for weed and beer, which you were overjoyed and so grateful for. Send back the 150 and there's a word I'm thinking of, but it's not coming in. Not détente. It's rapprochement. Correct. If Nicolas or Uzi want to have the beginning of some kind of rapprochement, they can, or AD never calling, if Azerbaijan and Armenia can make a peace treaty, and so many other countries, then things are possible. But for any rapprochement to happen, it's got to be preceded by a sign that they're really embarrassed or sorry for their behavior, and nothing says sorry better than a $2,000 Cash App to open up the window of rapprochement. Okay, so just saying. And for those guys, it's pennies, pocket change. And it would show something, it's gotta hurt, as Archie used to say. It's gotta hurt. Just saying you're sorry as a fake apology doesn't mean jack shit. But anyway, enough of that. Thank you, GD. So the show sponsor for tonight is unquestionably GD. We got a $100 super chat, and then later on we got another $200 peso super chats, which is 14 cents, I think. So thank you very much, GD, helping to keep the channel alive. Fantastic. Let me see. 200 ARS. What is that in today's value, today's market? It's 14 cents, correct. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, he's talking about buying $20,000, $30,000 watches and, incredible. What the hell's he going to do with that Vacheron watch for him, the tow truck guy? It's just incredible. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, well, anyway. So, Pavel, there's a USB dongle that you plug in. The controller connects wirelessly. That's about it. Okay, I understand how a wireless dongle thing works. Okay. I could do that. Well, listen, I'm not saying that I don't have a bit of a whore in me some point along the line, If Sriracha Company wants to give me $1 million to endorse their product, which I would never even take a teaspoon's worth of taste of that stuff. It just looks so awful. For $1 million, I'll do TV commercials for Sriracha hot sauce. If an Indian curry company wants to hire me as their spokesperson on TV for their curry powder dinner box thing, I would never eat that vomit stuff, but for the $1 million, yeah, I'll do the commercials. So I'm not without, but that's like at some point, Yeah, I know. Yeah. But if I'm going to sell my soul, at least it'll be, not for $10. And I think we got a third 100 peso super chat from GD. 300 pesos, we're up to 21 cents. Holy cow. Thank you so much. Oh, is that the same? Or are we still at 2? No, that's 2. Yeah, 14 cents. But anyway, thank you, GD. Hey, look who's out there. Puck, Elf. Hey. Okay, now you see, I've been told about you, Puck, that you can have channels destroyed very quickly with, so I'm going to be on the lookout for you there, for whatever you're saying or posting, because I can't deal with that stuff on this channel, or I don't deal with that stuff on this channel. Because, as a matter of fact, yeah. Let's remove that. Inappropriate content. Yeah, by using certain words, which, N-words and stuff like that. We just, this is what I've been told. Okay. Well, according to Bateman, I think it was Bateman who advised me on this. But be careful, but I don't remember. Anyway. All right. Well, running the show in about a minute or two, so it wouldn't be tonight. But, I did see you on the Bateman channel. You got your helmet all set up with the chin straps. So very well engineered there. It was very good work. I'm up to 14 viewers now, just as I'm ready to pull the plug on tonight's show and go out to the Safeway and buy some cheese. But now we have 14 viewers. Holy cow. GD breaking the bank tonight. 2,000 Argentinian peso super chat. Holy cow. That might be a record for this channel. A 2,000 Argentinian peso super chat. I can't even calculate what that is. 2,000 ARS? What is that? That's $1.43. Oh my God, I am really impressed. Thank you for the channel support, GD. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for appreciating Morty's Diner. Mega valued customer, 99 cents super sticker. One of the real supporters of the channel. 99 cents. On a frequent basis. That's good enough. It's more than good enough. Yeah, thank you very much, GD and mega valued customer. Wow. Okay. Amazing. It is 5:25 in the morning in Lagos, Nigeria. 6:25 in the morning in Paris. 1:26 now in Tokyo, Tuesday. Sydney is 2:26 in the afternoon, Tuesday. All right. Lisbon is 5:26 Tuesday morning. All right. I have 12 clocks on my wall for world times. Did you hear Morty say he had 12 clocks on his wall? Is he serious? I don't know. There's a lot of news going on. I mean, there's so much news every day. It's like I've gone into a condition of almost watching none of it because it's just too much. You got daily Supreme Court news, Middle Eastern news, Trump news, deranged treasonous Democrat news. I saw a story today that Senator Elizabeth Warren, that vile sack of shit senator from Massachusetts, she just made a shitload. She sold 20,000. Let me look up the story. Talk about corruption. I mean, these things are just incredible. Let me get the story correct. Okay, now you got websites like Snopes saying it's not true, but the story is Elizabeth Warren blocked the merger of Spirit Airlines with, I believe, JetBlue. So she killed Spirit Airlines, but 2 weeks ago, she sold 20,000 shares of Spirit Airlines and cashed out absolute big time. However, is this true or not? Did she sell 20,000 shares of Spirit Airlines at a huge profit 2 weeks ago? Okay, no, not true. It was just a meme. All right, let's see. Well, it may have been a meme and may not have been true, but that is absolutely irrelevant because throughout her career, it's been one act of corruption after the other. So whether this was, quote, satire or a meme, it's irrelevant because she's got so much. What story did come out about her is she was the one of the people with Joe Biden's auto pen, and she personally approved the auto pen for 200 signatures, which is absolute treason because Joe Biden, totally incapacitated vegetable. And she arranged for 200 documents to be signed with the Joe Biden auto pen. Absolute constitutional crisis, treason. And that story is true, and that's being investigated. And every one of these people should be in Leavenworth, smashing rocks or on a chain gang. I wish I were Attorney General. I would take down every one of these people. All right, back to this. GD, Hingis popped up in Luxy Poo's chat earlier. Really? You mean the overnight show here that comes on at 3 a.m.? Hopefully he remembers his good friend Morty and stops by. Crybaby, the 1024th Native American doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. Right, no way at all. Is this true, GD? Higgins appeared in Luxy's chat? That's very interesting. And why would he go on Lux's show to appear in the chat, to type in comments in the chat? That sounds very suspicious to me. I would need verification. Trust but verify. So I would need further verification on that. Not that I don't believe you, but I would need further verification on that. I can't imagine why he would communicate on Lux's channel. Amazing. Doesn't he have his own channel name, Archie Luxury Channel, or the Archie Luxury Lux Report Channel, or something like that? Or is it just the regular Archie Luxury Channel? I don't know. Don't know. Who knows? Fuck elf. You guys argue amongst yourselves like high school girls. I don't. They do. Yeah. They talk like they're like second grade or high school girls. I've mentioned this a number of times. That's how they act. Little kindergarten, second grader children. Yeah. Boris, Higgy Baby in Morts was gold. I have lots of shows I did with Higgins. Yeah. Dozens. One of my favorite episodes was the Marzipan episode on Thanksgiving a few years back, which Narc jumped in later and told a great story. Well, I remember the show we talked about Marzipan. I don't remember Narc appearing on that show. But that was a fun show, yeah. I learned that marzipan, the real stuff, comes from Lübeck, Germany. And I bought some of that at the import food store, chocolate-covered marzipan from Lübeck. Unbelievable stuff. Wow. Yeah. I remember a show I did with Higgins, and Bear Clooney jumped on. Bear Clooney jumped on to attack the hell out of him. And within 2 minutes of talking to Crappy, Bear Clooney was like a pussycat. I totally tamed the beast. That's part of my powers. Yep, it's true. Pavel, it's true. Archie promptly harangued him for not doing anything for him in Geneva. Oh, that's hysterical. It's just cow streams. Cows? Huh? When was this show with Higgins? Was it last night? GD, was it last night's Archie show? Or Lux show? I don't know. Crybaby. Higgy's back? Have channels in the verse been talking about ladies with little son? Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not even going to talk about that. The last morning show. I don't know if I could sit through and watch that show, but that's interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, I have a lot I can tell you about that comment, Crybaby, but I don't discuss I'm not discussing those things. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess it's, I gotta plug in my phone. Just noticed. Yeah, let's plug in the phone, get the battery charging. There we go. GD, I share President Trump's views on the Germans and their leadership. What is his views? What are his views? That they're destroying their own country, starting with Angela Merkel. It's been self-destruction of Germany by insane politicians. Well, all of Europe. Except for Poland and Hungary, it's all of Europe. They've brought about their own demise. Not a shot had to be fired. Not a battle had to be done. Incredible. Liberals are the death of freedom and sanity. Yep. That guy Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of Britain, yeah, the Prime Minister of the UK, what an absolute pussy. This guy is a soy boy, weakling pussy. How the hell did he become Prime Minister? It's just unbelievable. Well, you know, you could say this about a lot of countries. The fanatic Prime Minister they got up in Canada, who's destroying Canada. You got Keir Starmer, who's just a worthless piece of soy boy. He's a eunuch. He has the leadership power of a eunuch, you know. Unbelievable. And they talk about Trump. And they criticize Trump, and these people are just eunuchs. Eunuchs and castrados. And people vote for them. Incredible. King Charles, he's bringing about the destruction of the UK. You know, his love of the invaders is he puts them over the English people and their heritage. I mean, it's just, and their Christian heritage. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yep. Whatever. Nothing I can do about it. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. It's 9:40. The Holiday Man has a thumbnail that's posted for a show he's doing at 12:20 a.m. So that's in, well, about 3.5 hours. And, no, wait, 2.5, about 3 hours. I can't calculate it, yeah. So, hopefully he'll be hosting the show. And it's not another Docs Report show, which, if it's another Docs Report show, then, he's going to get blasted beyond, he's going to get blasted into outer space if he just has another Docs Report show on the Holiday Man channel. Okay, Crybaby. Seriously, what benefit does the U.S. get out of NATO? Subsidizing their defense and getting nothing but disdain in return. Well, I mean, that's a serious issue. You're absolutely right. I mean, they won't help Trump, you know, in preserving the free world. If one of their countries gets invaded, what's our motivation, incentive to help them when they don't help out us, you know? And they don't kick in their fair share to funding NATO. Just a bunch of whining crybaby weaklings. Incredible. Which leads me to the next point. I have never personally met anyone from Luxembourg or Liechtenstein. Never. Never met one person from Luxembourg or Liechtenstein. I'm very curious about these two countries. I've met people from Tunisia, Paraguay, Uruguay, Togo, Cameroon. You know, never anybody from Liechtenstein or Luxembourg. I'm very suspicious about this whole thing. I don't know what they do in those two countries. Liechtenstein apparently is just a financial banking center, and everyone's a billionaire or extremely wealthy, and they don't do anything there except finance and banking, I guess. And yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Yeah. Not only that, I've never met anybody who's been to those countries. I've met people who've been to I've never met anyone who's been to Liechtenstein or Luxembourg as well. General Patton is buried in Luxembourg, which is really something. He's buried there with hundreds of fallen American soldiers. Or thousands. Is it hundreds or thousands? Yeah. Pavel, do you have any advice for Jax as he cultivates his own extensive band list? No, I don't. I think he can handle the band thing on his own. Yeah. I'm sure he already has a band. Well, he might already have a list of a band, a band list. A list of band haters. But he'll handle that. Yeah. Bateman, okay. Nobody is safe from Jax's band list. I think you're right. I think he said that. Hasn't Jax said that? Yeah. Nobody is safe. Wow. Mm-hmm. No Luxy schmoozing on the Holiday Man channel, that's for sure. We can be appreciative of that. Hey, John Swatch, if you don't watch, you can't get banned. That's probably true. Yeah. Well, that is true. Well, not necessarily true, but yeah, usually that's the case. I mean, you can ban people without them watching your channel. You just enter their name and stuff, and you can ban them. But yeah. The thing about Jax's food diet, which is, of course, not my business, none of my business, is he doesn't have any fruit. And he seems to be content with his one chicken sandwich a day. But he takes in no fruit. And I'd like to see, I mean, I'm not telling him anything, but I would like to see him add, at least at one meal, or that one meal a day that he has, add a piece of fruit. Anything, a peach, an apple, some strawberries, grapes, whatever, kiwi fruit. Because he's certainly not getting a balanced, nutritionally balanced diet. But, it's not my business. But I mean, what's one piece of fruit is it gonna kill him? Maybe in the future he'll expand his food plan. It's possible. He's still a prisoner of his own mind. Well, I think that applies to quite a number of people on these channels. Yeah, well. I could tell you this, I don't fold anybody's laundry. There's nobody folding my laundry. And in fact, I don't fold my own laundry. I just take it out of the dryer and then throw it on the shelf. I mean, I'll separate socks from underwear from pants and shirts and stuff, but I don't fold anything. I just throw it on the shelf. Did you hear Crappy doesn't fold anything on of his laundry? He just throws it on a shelf? Is he for real? Is he serious? Man. Puck. A new private camp spot is going good. Handyman gonna put me up a hard wall and roof around the porch. Set me up. That sounds good. Crybaby. Jax contradicts himself so much that he's hard to listen to. His ethos seems to be say one thing and do another. Well, that's for you to mention, but if that is true, and I'm not saying it is, but if what you're saying is correct, is he the only one whose ethos seems to be say one thing and do another? Huh? Eh? Huh? Puck. Also, someone has a free 3-meter kit shed for going and picking up all my workshop stuff. Hey, things are coming along nicely. That's good. Right. Clothes hangers. I have clothes hangers. I do hang some stuff up. But, yeah. You're going to have a proper shower room and stuff back built in the back. Fantastic. Very, very good. I mean, I have my suits on hangers and jackets and, coats and stuff. But the other stuff I just throw on a shelf. And if it's all wrinkled up or not, it doesn't matter. What do you expect from a guy who doesn't make his bed every morning? Crybaby. Bateman. Comedy gold in a laugh at him way, not a laugh with him way. You talking about Puck? Jax? Somebody else? Yeah. Amazing. Jax, right, get it. All right, let's take one last quick video break. Just love that video. Puck Alpha, you will be good. Yeah, will be good. Have an attached room that insulated up off the ground. Get more settled in. Well, it sounds good, Puck. It's all sounding good. Do those old suits still fit properly? Well, I don't know. I haven't worn a suit in. The last time I wore a suit was 4 or 5 years ago, for just a couple occasions, and prior to that, maybe 20 years or something. I mean, so, I mean, yeah. Oh, the gimp suit. Punk's gimp suit still fits, right? Thing I miss most about not wearing a suit all the time is I don't wear ties anymore, and I really like a suit and tie. You know, I just like the look, and I feel good in a suit and tie. Not in the summertime when it's 100 degrees, but you know, you go to a big meeting or you go in the courtroom, you know, you got to have a nice suit and tie, and or to meet a client, and or just to feel good, you know, and yeah, whatever. Also, it's nice to go on a romantic date in a suit and tie when you're with a beautiful supermodel type girl. Yeah, it's nice, classy. And I can wear my Victorinox watch, really go all out. Actually, I would not wear my watch with my suit. It just would I wear the Swiss Army watch with the suit? No, it just doesn't go together. I mean, no, I would take it off. I would need the Seiko SPB 525. If I had that watch, I would wear that with a suit. Absolutely. Puck, I like nice vests. Too thin keeps me. When I was younger, I wore a suit with a vest. I liked that look at the time. But that's a long time ago. I haven't worn a vest with a suit in a long time. Puck, I have no idea why I have like 10 different ties. People leave them at my place all the time. Well, that's very interesting. Why do they leave ties at your place? That's quite interesting. Probably because they don't know how to fucking tie a knot. Oh, you might be right. A vest needs a pocket watch. Well, I've never owned nor used a pocket or worn a pocket watch. No. So I'm not against anyone who wants that look. I mean, yeah. Pavel, Jax and Puck live very similar lifestyles. Puck seems happier, to be honest. Well, I mean, I think so, you know. Puck is more involved with his lightsabers and his new helmet made out of a wok, or or a soup kettle, whatever he made it out of, and he does a lot of handcrafting of building stuff around the house, and yeah, very interesting guy. So I don't know, Puck, I'd love an old antique pocket watch once owned by a boat captain. Something history related and less expensive. Terrific. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, this time we'll really end the show. It's 9:57. We'll go 3 more minutes, and then I'll end the show. 3 minutes. All right, see you, Buck. Take it easy. What time is it in Argentina? Let me look. Do I have this on my Benjamin Chi World Time watch? Let me look this up here. No, I don't. I don't have Argentinian time. What time is it in Argentina? It is 1:58 Tuesday morning. All right. Argentina is, 1:58 Tuesday morning. All right. Yep, there it is. Right. Puck. Weather says snow is coming in Australia? You got to be joking. I didn't know it ever snowed in Australia. And then again, why would I know? Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, right. He says he's actually closer to Antarctica than the equator. All right. Well, that's it. 10 p.m. I'm going to wrap up the show. Thank you all for watching tonight. We actually got a lot of topics covered. Thanks to tonight's show sponsors, GD and the Mega Value customer. Thank you, guys. And we'll be back sometime coming up. All right, good night. Thank you. And Daniel Quack, yeah. All right, good night, everyone.